What's up, YouTube? It's JackalGoldKick, and I'm here with Hip Hop Rap XP, and we're going to be doing a collaboration video giving our thoughts on the rapper Jack Harlow. Now, Hip Hop Rap XP is one of my viewers, and this will be our first collaboration video together. I wanted to work with him so I could get his name out there and give him some support and attention. So, link in the description to his channel. Definitely go subscribe to him and check him out. He's got some pretty good videos. But yeah, this will be the first collaboration between me and Hip Hop Rap XP. We're going to give our opinions and thoughts on this rapper, Jack Harlow. Kind of wanted to make a thoughts video on Jack Harlow for a little bit now, so I figured this will be the perfect time to work with someone new and to collab with Hip Hop Rap XP. So this will be our first collab together, and we're going to give our thoughts on the rapper Jack Harlow. So Jack Harlow is someone I've known about for a bit, and like I said, I kind of wanted to make a video about him, so I decided to make this a collab video. But I never really heard his music much. So in preparation for this collaboration thoughts video on Jack Harlow, I decided to check out some of Jack Harlow's music. I checked out two of his albums. I checked out his latest album that came out, and then the album before that from 2020, which had the What's Poppin' song on it. So I've gave him a fair shot. I listened to two of his albums. And when it comes to Jack Harlow overall as a rapper, I think he's a good rapper. I think he can rap fine. He can definitely rap, and I think he's good at rapping. But I wasn't really a fan of him, to be honest. I think musically, he's pretty plain, he's pretty boring, and he's pretty dull. Like, he reminds me of like G-Eazy and Drake a little bit. He's kind of like this clean-cut, sort of swag type rapper. That's what he reminds me of. He gives me G-Eazy and Drake vibes, but, he's like I said, he reminds me of G-Eazy and Drake, and he can rap, but that's really all he can do. Both of the albums I heard, I did not like either of those albums from Jack Harlow. I couldn't really find any songs I could like by this guy. To me, he just comes off as very plain, very dull, very generic, boring. He's really nothing special. He's got no flair to him, no taste at all. He's just a very boring, mediocre, dull rapper. He's even more dull and plain than G-Eazy. And I wasn't even big on G-Eazy, but G-Eazy at least has at least one or two songs I like, whereas Jack Harlow, I couldn't find one song I liked by this guy. He's just a very plain and dull rapper. His production is lackluster, it's boring, it's not that interesting. His subject matter, the way he delivers himself with his subject matter, the way he puts his songs together, his hooks, his overall production as well with his music, it just comes off as very plain and generic and boring and dull, and it doesn't make for interesting music overall. So I find Jack Harlow as a rapper to be a good rapper. Like, he can rap fine, but musically, he's pretty damn poor and pretty damn dull. He's one of the most boring, most dullest rappers I've heard. And I just don't really think he's anything special, honestly. He's even more dull and boring than, like, G-Eazy is. And I thought G-Eazy was plain, but Jack Harlow is way more plain than G-Eazy. So when it comes to Jack Harlow overall, my thoughts on him is I think he can rap. Like I said, he can rap fine, but musically, he's nothing special. He doesn't really bring anything new to the table. He's just kind of this clean-cut swag rapper. His production and beats are nothing special. They're very boring, very generic, very plain. Nothing really sticks out in terms of beats. Nothing really sticks out in terms of his lyrics or subject matter, or overall just sonically how he sounds with his beats and lyrics, and overall him as a musician. Nothing really stands out. Nothing really sticks out. Nothing really feels special. There's no taste or flavor or any kind of flair to his music. It's very generic, very dull, very mediocre, and I just don't care for his music overall, and I definitely don't care for him overall as a rapper. He's not garbage in the sense of being awful. Like, he's not terrible enough for me to do a rant video on him, but he's just one of those guys that he can rap, but that's all he has going for him. Musically, he's nothing special. He doesn't bring anything new to the table. He comes off as very plain and dull, and I just don't care for him overall. I gave him a fair shot. I listened to two of his albums, and I didn't like either of those albums. I didn't like no songs. I didn't like either of those albums. He's just a very boring, dull, plain musician, and one of the most plain, boring rappers I've heard. He doesn't bring anything new to the table. There's nothing special about him. He's very dull and very generic. When it comes to his music and subject matter and production especially, there's nothing special about this guy. He just feels very dull and bland, and he just lacks taste. He lacks flavor. He lacks flair. There's really nothing special about him. So that's what I got to say overall about Jack Harlow. I think he can rap in terms of a skill level. He definitely can rap, but musically, he's pretty damn poor, pretty damn plain, pretty freaking dull. His music is just nothing special. It's very boring, very generic. Nothing stands out. He doesn't bring anything new to the table. I wasn't really impressed with him, and I didn't like those 2 albums I heard. And I couldn't even find a single song to like by him. He's like an even worse version of Drake and G-Eazy, and he reminds me of those two guys. Clean cut swag type rapper. Yeah, to me, he's nothing special. He can rap, but musically, don't really care for him. He's dull, plain, doesn't really stand out. And like I said, I thought G-Eazy was dull, but at least with G-Eazy, I'm not really big on him, but at least he has a song I could like, and his voice is somewhat distinctive. Whereas Jack Harlow, he can rap, but that's about it. That's about it with Jack Harlow. He can rap, he's fine at rapping, but musically, he's nothing special. He's very dull. He brings nothing new to the table. His subject matter, production, musically in general, he's nothing special. I find him dull and plain, and I just don't really care for him. And I honestly don't think he deserves the success he has. I think there's plenty of rappers that are better than him in the underground that have a lot more flair to their music. Jack Harlow can rap, but musically, he's really not that great. And that's my opinion and my thoughts on Jack Harlow. So that's all I have to say for my part. After my part, you're going to see Hip Hop Rap XP. You're going to see his part and what he thinks of Jack Harlow. But that's all I got to say. Peace. Here's Hip Hop Rap XP's part for this collab. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. Link in the description to his channel. He makes good videos. And that's all I got to say. Peace. Here's his part.
My honest thoughts about Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow, I just never was a fan of him. I never cared for his music. He's just the lamest rapper, like Drake and fucking Nicki Minaj as well. I can combine those two. But his fucking music sucks, man. This guy's like the most overrated nigga who I just think that he's trash as hell. I never cared for him. I never bought him. I never fucking planned to listen to his music. His music is fucking dumpster to the trash can. And either in a way, I just never cared for him at all. Like, his music, I give it a chance, and his music is straight up to the fucking trash. But either in a way, Jack Harlow sucks in my opinion, straight up. My honest thoughts about him, he's ass. He has no good beats, no good music, so yeah, I'm out. That's my only thoughts. I'm gonna leave it to JackalGoldKick.